In the headlines, federal government extends Eid al-Fitr public holiday to Thursday. Banks get 3-month deadline to stop forex-backed loans. Fire guards 201 locked up shops in Cross River. And on the foreign scene, 3 Tanzanian soldiers killed in Democratic Republic of Congo. Hello and welcome to News Update on Trust TV. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us. The federal government has extended the public holiday for the Eid al-Fitr celebration to Thursday. The federal government last week declared a 2-day holiday, Tuesday and Wednesday, for the festivities. However, the Crescent was not sighted in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday, meaning the Eid celebration will take place on Wednesday. Now, this prompted the federal government to add an extra day to the already declared public holiday. In security, the police in Niger State have banned horse racing in Minna, the state capital, during the Eid al-Fitr celebration. The Commissioner of Police, Shawulu Ebenza Dammaman, disclosed this in a Salah message signed by the command spokesman, Wasiwa Biodun. He said the ban was to prevent the usual horse racing from being hijacked by hoodlums who were fond of attacking people during such festivities. Abiodun said about 2,500 personnel with operational assets had been deployed to provide security coverage at all Eid grounds in the 25 local government areas of the state, as well as reaction centers, amusement parks, and other public places. The Department of State Services, DSS, on Tuesday counseled all Muslim faithful across the country to be security conscious at all the prayer grounds during the Eid al-Fitr prayer billed to hold nationwide on Wednesday. The secret police also advised that they should report any suspicious movement to security agents when noticed. The agency noted that it is working closely with the Nigerian police force and other sister agencies to ensure H-free Salah celebration. In its Salah celebration message, the spokesman of the secret police, Peter Afunanya, urged Nigerians to live together in peaceful manner that will always resonate peacefully coexistence. In politics, Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, has reaffirmed his commitment to the party, dismissing rumors of an imminent departure. Despite the internal crisis rocking the party, Obi affirmed that he has no intentions of leaving anytime soon. He also declared that he is not in any way desperate to be Nigeria's president at any point in his life. He spoke while fielding questions from journalists in Bauchi on Sunday, shortly after commissioning a hand pump for water supply in Sabalayi community, a suburb of Bauchi metropolis. Obi said he is concerned to improve the living standards and conditions of Nigerians. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has assured that the right climate will be created for all political parties to operate so they can engage with government and offer credible opposition. The governor emphasized that it was the best thing to do, especially because the opposition political parties have acknowledged that elections are over and are resolved to offer effective support required to advance good governance in the state. To report.
Governor Fubara spoke when he played host to the leadership of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC River State Chapter, led by its chairman, Barrister Sensi Selsuma Osaro, at Government House in Port Harcourt. The governor insisted that an egalitarian society will be engendered so that people can feel free to voice their opinions without intimidation, because those criticisms will contribute to having more focused implementation of policies that serve the general good of the state.
Good governance is, in fact, in primary school we said egalitarian society, where you are expected to be free to air your mind. You're not intimidated. You're not scared. That's the kind of governance that we want to provide. So we're happy to identify with you, and we're assuring you, even if you live here, criticize me, I don't have any problem. It is for me to do well.
Governor Fubara commended IPAC for identifying with its administration and pledging to collaborate for the good of the state. The state chief executive pointed out that no person who truly loves Rivers State, whether embittered or not, will gladly want to burn down the state to achieve personal or political agenda.
Rivers State belongs to every one of us. If my desire is to burn the state down, then I don't love the state. No matter what it is, any right-thinking person, no matter how bitter you might be, for one reason or the other, should first think of River State. If River State is not there, you don't even have a platform. If River State is not existing, that political strength that we're claiming, where are you going to exercise it?
The Rivers State chairman of Interparty Advisory Council, IPAC, Barrister Sensi Selsuma Osaro, thanked Governor Fubara for the opportunity to meet with them and announced that IPAC has passed a vote of confidence on the governor. He also announced the decision of IPAC to honor the governor as the grand patron and leader of the umbrella body of all political parties in the state.
Herein lies the core of our visit today, to forge a collaborative bond with His Excellency, to foster partnership for the overall interest of Rivers people. We and the IPAC have passed a vote of confidence on His Excellency and assure you of our collaborative, collective and individual support to succeed now in the cause for justice and liberty. Your Excellency, we stand with you for the cause of justice and liberty.
IPAC presented a plaque of portrait picture, certificates as Grand Patron, and others to Governor Fubara.
The Kaduna State Police Command says its operatives have arrested 7 suspected cultists and recovered firearms in the state. The command's public relations officer, ASP Mansur Hassan, announced the arrest in a statement issued on Tuesday in Kaduna. According to Hassan, the arrest is a major blow to criminal networks in the state as the command continues to make significant strides in the pursuit of justice and safety for all citizens. He explained that the operation conducted on April 6th was initiated based on intelligence gathered from a reliable source. He said that the State Commissioner of Police, Ali Audu, has commended the cooperation and vigilance of the community in providing crucial information that led to the successful operation. The Adamawa State Police Command has arrested a 33-year-old man identified as Ibrahim Abubakar for stabbing to death his 25-year-old wife, Hajara Saadu. The suspect, who is a butcher and resident of Sabangari Futi in Girie local government area, subdued the deceased by stabbing her severally with a sharp knife on her back, thereby causing her severe injuries and left her in a pool of blood. The State Police Command of Public Relations Officer SP Suleiman Yahya Ngoroje, in a press release, noted that the suspect brutally killed the deceased on the April 8th at about 4:30 a.m. after he accused her of taking away his phone that led to lethal argument. The suspect voluntarily made a confessional statement, adding that he regretted killing the mother of their only child. The State Commissioner of Police, CP Nkombo Morris, while expressing disappointment over the unfortunate incident, assured that the command will diligently prosecute the culprit. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, says its operatives will soon clamp down on hotels, schools, real estate companies and other establishments receiving dollars in exchange of its services in the country. The anti-graft agency specifically describes such demand by any establishment, no matter the sector, as illegal, insisting that Naira remains legal tender of the country and that charging dollars for local services is contrary to the law. The chairman of the EFCC, Olaolu Koyede, stated this in an interview published by the agency. The EFCC boss explained that action against individuals involved or any organization which shall soon be taken become imperative because Nigeria cannot afford dollarization of her economy. The EFCC boss, however, clarified that if foreigners come in to transact business and the only means of transacting is their credit card and dollar, there won't be a problem with that. The Central Bank of Nigeria on Monday stepped up its fight to boost the foreign exchange liquidity in the economy with a new circular mandating deposit money banks to stop the use of foreign currencies as collateral for Naira loans within 90 days. The development happened as the Naira rose against the greenback at both the official and parallel markets on Monday. The CBN has continued to deepen its battle to free dollar liquidity stocked up in the financial system by deploying various measures aimed at shoring up the Naira against the United States dollar. On Monday, the Olayemi Cardoso-led CBN issued a new circular expressing concerns over the use of foreign currencies as collateral for Naira loans. The circular was made available on its website and titled "The Use of Foreign Currency Denominated Collaterals for Naira Loans." Now, no fewer than 201 locked-up shops containing assorted chemicals for cocoa and for cocoa farming have been completely destroyed by fire. A senior official of the Nigerian Red Cross, Cosmas Itaka, confirmed the incident, saying the inferno is thought to have started after 10 p.m. on Monday when shop owners had all gone home. Itaka said the shops are located on Lagos, like in Ikom in Central Cross River State. The entire Lagos line is destroyed as it's the core of the affected area. Properties and shops worth millions of naira have been destroyed by the inferno. He also confirmed that police and other security personnel were at the scene of the fire. You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up, we'll take a look at the effects of tariff hike on businesses. This and more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, this is News Update on Trust TV. Here's a recap of our top stories. The federal government extends Eid al-Fitr public holiday to Thursday. And banks get 3 months deadline to stop forex-backed loans. An Islamic scholar, Abubakar Siddiq Muhammad, says scientific methods are integrated with human sources in the sighting process of the Crescent Moon. The combination, which makes for better results, according to him, is significant for the Muslim Ummah to use the lunar calendar to govern Islamic activities. Trust TV's Habibat Ajayi has more.
The practice of crescent moon sighting dates back to the revelation of fasting during the month of Ramadan to the Muslim Ummah by the Prophet Muhammad, as the Islamic calendar is based on lunar cycles. Muslims mark the beginning of Ramadan and their month-long fast based on the sighting of the crescent moon. Similarly, the end of Ramadan is determined by the sighting of the next crescent moon. Traditionally, the sighting of the crescent moon was confirmed by naked eye observation as the primary reference point for declaring the start of the Islamic month. However, over time, the use of scientific instruments have been incorporated worldwide to complement human observations.
It is so important that we commence the fasting by sighting the crescent. and we break the fast, that is stop fasting altogether for Ramadan, and that ends the Ramadan by sighting the crescent. That is what the Prophet ﷺ has taught us, and that is what the Muslims are doing. So when it is time like this, here in Nigeria, His Eminence the Sultan would make announcement for the sighting of the crescent. Before then, there are a lot of things going on around the Muslim community. They are to start searching for the moon at a specific time, and if this is going on today, we are to start searching for the crescent from today. Once it is seen and confirmed by trustworthy individuals, there are channels of communication to His Eminence which you can follow to pass that information, and the announcement will be done by him. If the moon is sighted today, then tomorrow will be Eid. Otherwise, His Eminence will announce that the Eid will be on Wednesday, meaning we are going to fast this year's Ramadan 2024 for 30 days.
He urged Muslim faithful to adhere to the directive of the Sultan of Sokoto, Sa'ad Abubakar III, regarding the moon sighting process. Habibat Ajayi, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The recent increase in electricity tariff for Band A users is believed to negatively impact on the construction industry and manufacturing sector, which is already struggling with rising costs. In this report, Noel Sampson speaks to welders on the impact of the tariff hike and poor electricity supply on their businesses, as well as the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers on how they are engaging the government on the tariff hike issue. The report.
A walk through the old Bakassi Welders Zone, Ajabi village in the Federal Capital Territory reveals a group of people who rely almost totally on electricity for their business. But with the poor electricity supply in the country, the removal of fuel subsidy, and now the increase in electricity tariff for Band A customers, life is becoming more difficult for these individuals.
Since before, understand, I would buy cut of, like for example, if you buy cut of 10,000 naira, and it's after for like 1 week. But not even to buy cut of 15,000 naira. So not even like 4 days or that 5 days. So you see the difference is much there. So the light unit is not as in giving us like before again.
You know, now wait is cost like this. If you give customer a bill of work, they complain that the bill is much. And if you calculate all those light bill, all this fuel generator, you will see say true the costly is much. Even we the welders, the way we look the thing we pity our customers.
The president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Margaret Aina Oguntala, speaks on the effect of low power supply on employment and how they are engaging the government on the tariff hike.
When the manufacturing sector is not thriving, then unemployment also thrives. So they are both related, because in the past, for instance, and I always use Odegaard in Lagos as an example. There was a time that Odegaard is supposed to be an industrial area, with industries lined along that avenue. We had the woolen and synthetic manufacturing, producing towels. We had African paints, international paints. We had Berger paints, Dunlop, Guinness. When you go to Odegaard now, you hardly find anything. At the moment, our experts are looking at this tariff thing that we're talking about, at what frameworks we can suggest to the government. We have already offered some advice in the press release that we made today, on sanctions, on metering, on a lot of other areas, where government can really look into and see that and ensure that the consumers are not shortchanged.
Electricity is an essential part of modern life. It is important to any economy as people use it for lighting, heating, cooling, and for operating appliances, public transport systems, among others. Noel Sampson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The World Bank on Monday said Nigeria's inflation rate will drop to 24.8% year-on-year later in the year. The development comes after the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, the NBS, pegged the current rate at 31.7% in February from 29.9% recorded in January. The report also reaffirmed its projection of 3.3% economic growth for the country in 2024 and reduced its projection for 2025 to 2026 by 0.1 percentage points to 3.6% from its January projection of 3.7%. According to the World Bank, food inflation and the weakening of domestic currencies are still major drivers of inflation across the countries in sub-Saharan African region. From the foreign scene, 3 Tanzanian soldiers have been killed and 3 others wounded when hostile mortar fire landed near their camp in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Southern African Development Community said the soldiers were part of a Southern African peacekeeping force deployed in December last year to help government troops battling the M23 rebels in the ongoing conflict in the restive eastern DRC. The force includes soldiers from regional military heavyweight South Africa, Tanzania, and Malawi. It was reported that the mortar attack took place last Thursday and that a ceremony to honor the dead was held at SADC headquarters in the provincial capital, Goma, on Monday. SADC also said that a soldier from South Africa had died in a hospital while being treated for unspecified health problems. Haiti's National Police Agency says it has recovered a hijacked cargo ship laden with rice following a gun battle with gangs on Saturday off the coast of the capital, Port-au-Prince. 2 police officers were injured and an undetermined number of gang members killed in the 5-hour shootout, authorities said in a statement. Police added that those responsible for the hijacking were members of 2 gangs named the 5 Seconds and the Taliban gang over the National Palace in a final push to gain complete control of the capital. In sports, Shooting Stars secured a stunning 2-1 comeback victory over Kano on Monday in their Nigerian Premier Football League Match Day 29 fixture at the Sani Abacha Stadium. Pillars wasted no time before registering the first goal of the match. Rabiu Ali netted a goal within the first 2 minutes, putting Kano Pillars in the lead and threatening to turn the game into a rout. With the Kano sun blazing at over 40 degrees Celsius, both teams were forced to take a water break at the half-hour mark. The second half saw a dramatic turnaround in fortunes for Shooting Stars. Taye Murtala equalized in the 48th minute, igniting hope for the away side. In a thrilling climax, Christian Piagbara scored the winning goal in the 90th minute, securing a massive victory for the visitors. Ahead of their UEFA Champions League quarter-final clash against Bayern Munich, Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard has urged his teammates not to be intimidated by the presence of striker Harry Kane. Kane, who has been prolific since his move to Bayern from Tottenham Hotspur, poses a significant threat with his goal-scoring prowess. However, Odegaard asserted that while they respect Kane's abilities, Arsenal will not succumb to fear. Kane shares the top spot in this season's Champions League scoring chart with 6 goals in 8 matches, alongside Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, and Antoine Griezmann. And with that, we've come to the end of News Updates on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.